Hi, hope you're all well. I've been asked by a few people in the last 2 or 3 days um, about how I stayed sober because obviously people want to do that and it is achievable. It's not easy, everyone has their own way. I didn't go to any counselling, I didn't do any AA, anything like that. I did it my own way, really. But I would say, from a personal point of view, you need a why, you need a reason that you're going to stop because you're going to have to stop for life, remember. As I've mentioned a few times, this stop start thing is no good at all. Your body will just give up in the end. You've got to change your lifestyle and think, well, I've had my last drink and that's it. I've got to change my whole, not your whole way of life, your whole way of thinking about alcohol. You don't need it in your life anymore. That's the first thing. So you need a why. My why was because when I was seriously ill, my daughter said to me that she wanted me to be around a lot longer. So I could walk her down the aisle. It's her firstborn, and I've done that. Seen her firstborn, and it was a wonderful experience. So everyone has their own why. Dovetailing into that was obviously my own health. No one wants to die at a young age, no one wants to die at all, but it's going to happen at some point. And then you've got to move on to, when you've cracked that, think about the fact you're not going to be able to drink and how you're going to deal with that, because there will be occasions that you don't say you're going to crave it. I never craved it, but I just thought, wouldn't it be nice to have a drink today? Walk past a bar, it looks pretty busy, and everyone's having a good time. You think they're having a good time. You've got to just get that out of your head. You can't do it. I watched a documentary the other day, and it said that alcohol is a drug, which it is. Alcohol is a drug. So every time you're having a drink, you're taking the drugs, really, aren't you? So think about it like that, and just think, well, short-term gain for long-term pain, because as soon as you pick that first glass up, when you've been sober for a while, then you're back to square one, as far as I'm concerned. So long-term sobriety means, to me, for life now. And you've got to think that way. The second thing is, obviously, you must replace the time that you spend drinking with something else. I've mentioned the non-alcoholic beers, but also I think you've got to look at other hobbies, other things you can do, because you'll save money and you'll have more energy. You'll sleep better, you'll start looking better, you'll be able to buy better things. You can fill your time with other activities, because if you add up the amount of hours you spend in the pub or sit at home with a drink, it's an incredible amount of free time you have when you do stop drinking. And there's so many other things you can do. So my advice to people is, find your own reason why you need to stop, or why you want to stop, whether it be for health or family or cost or whatever it is. And you've got to focus on that, and you've got to focus on this. I keep banging on about it. The stop-start thing is no good at all. So every time you walk in that pub and you think, I'm going to have a drink, remember that's going to take you back, further back than you were before, because your body rejects it even stronger, because your liver, your kidneys, your pancreas, all that sort of thing, get clean, and then you hit them again. It's like, it comes back like a train, to be honest with you. So you've got to look at that. Also, as I mentioned, go to the doctors, keep in touch with them. Some people do find it beneficial to go to AA, to sober meetings, all this sort of thing. It didn't suit me, but what did suit me was having a very strong reason to give up. I had a severe illness, obviously. That was the main thing with my daughters, collaboration as well. So really, you've got to have a reason to stop, and if you haven't got that reason, it's going to be very difficult for you. So you've got to think about it, search deep, get some support from your family if you can. It's a very lonely world being an alcoholic. It can be all-consuming. All you do is focus on when your next drink's coming. Have a why, fill your time in, speak to doctors, do some research, watch YouTube, obviously, because there's some good advice in here, with other people who have been through the same, because I think the only people you're going to learn from are people who've been in the same situation. Albeit the doctors are very good, but if they haven't been in the same situation, they don't really know how you feel, and you can feel very, very desperate at times. So if you've got any other questions, drop me a line in the comments box. and I'll post another video. Anything specific you want to address, then do so.